Hey guys, it's Rich from BilletSPIN. Introducing our very next top, and it's called the Torus. T-O-R-U-S. And you're wondering, Rich, why would you name it that? Well, I learned something new. I actually didn't know this. Excuse me. A person in the group suggested this after seeing the first pictures. But this is a shape in geometry called a torus, T-O-R-U-S. And yeah, that's pretty much the theme of this entire top. You know, well, the theme was actually a donut because I loves me some donuts. But anyways, a torus and a donut look familiar. Only a donut probably tastes better. But anyway, so if you look, I'll give you another view here of this guy. You can see how deep that face cut is, and you can see the torus shape. The backside here also has a really deep recess that is really hard for me to capture in pictures and video, but it's deep. I wanted that thing to curl around as much as possible from both sides, and that was the look I was going for because people have been bugging me saying, hey man, you got to make a donut top, and so I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So this is going to be one of the last tops of the year. It is going to be for sale starting tomorrow. I think it's December 1st, so December 2nd at noon on our website, www.BilletSPIN.com, BilletSPIN, and that'll be in the comments as well. And our prices, these are the 5 variations. You got stainless steel, copper, and bronze, and these 3 are going to be $75. And then you have a flamed stainless and a flamed copper. I've never done a flamed copper before. And I'd say it's just like what the video is showing you here. It looks pretty accurate. It's like a pumpkin spice color. That's what I'd call it, pumpkin. Orangish red color. Put these two next to each other because this is kind of neat. There's your bare copper and your flamed copper. Now, you say, well, that's going to patina, right? Yes, it's still going to patina. So here's what you want to do. If you like this top, and I do, you're going to want to go on Amazon or someplace and buy a product called the Renaissance Wax, and it's going to protect that from patina. Because if you do clean off the patina with polishing, you're going to make it look like the bare copper again. So if you want this one, pick up some Renaissance Wax. It's pretty inexpensive, easy to apply, and that'll protect it for you. Then you got the flame stainless. Now I'm just going to tell you this right now, that in the flamed versions, these colors will vary. They will vary, so I'm going to try to hit the blue and the purple, and you know, it's kind of got like a grayish color. I'm going to try to hit that. The stem's got a little bit of gold, kind of a dull gold to it. I'm going to try to mimic this as much as possible, but they will vary a little bit, so just a heads up. These two are going to be $90 because of the extra flaming and cleaning and polishing and all that, and obviously that's going to be plus shipping. And these two will be limited. I'm probably going to do, I don't know, 50 a piece, quantities 50 a piece on these. But then your standard materials over here will not be limited. The sale will end Monday morning, sometime before noon Central Time. But you can order as many of these as you like, and I will make as many as we have orders for. We should be able to get all of these shipped well before Christmas. And hopefully you get them in time for Christmas, but international buyers might be a little bit later. So yeah, those are the prices, and obviously shipping will be extra. So let's talk a little bit more about the top itself. I already told you about the profile, the Torus. One thing that you'll find that's a little unique is that there's a ball in the top. Now, both of the balls in the bottom and the top are carbide. We switched from ceramic to carbide. We're going to use carbide now almost exclusively. We found better durability. The bearing lasts longer. We did an extensive testing, probably 3 or 4 months of testing, and so we just made this change. I'm not saying your ceramic tops are bad at all. They're not. They're very good. It's just we found carbide to be a little better, and so that's why we're going with it. But anyways, so yeah, this top, because it can be spun your normal way. Should have got one of these things going already for you. So, slide this over for you. Okay, so it can be spun like normal. and that's on one of our K9 bases. And my first time spin was 11 minutes and 1 second. And I'm probably a little better than average, so I'm going to tell you guys, you new beginner spinners, people who are just getting into tops, you're probably going to expect 8 to 9 minutes. And somebody who's really, really proficient at spinning, you're looking more like, maybe 13, 14 minutes. I don't think it's possible for somebody to get over 15 with this one, but this one's more about the cosmetics. It stabilizes pretty well. It's got quite a bit of clearance, so it's a pretty easy spinner. I think it's good for everybody. It is 1.2 inch in diameter and around 50 grams for all the variations. Some are a little over, some are a little under. And if you want the longest spinner on this one, I would tell you to get one of the stainless steel variations. The copper over 50 grams is a little harder for me personally to get spinning. It's easy to spin. The spin times are a little difficult to get that much mass rotating. And the stainless really kind of fits the bill there. So I would recommend the stainless for if you want the longest spin time, the stainless or even the bronze. The bronze is beautiful. Bronze, other than the flame versions of the three, I like the bronze. It is just gorgeous. So now I know you're all sitting here saying, hey Rich, spin that thing upside down on video. First try. Let's see if you can do it. For those of you new to spinning a top upside down, we'll use the flamed copper. There's two different ways to do it. You can spin it like you would a normal top, like this. Sorry about that reflection. And that'll pull itself up and be pretty straight. Now that surface is not smooth at all, so it might give us a little shake in there. But yeah, pretty cool, huh? They won't spin as long that way, obviously. Yeah, a little shaking because it's stuck in a rut there. But they'll spin smooth on a smooth surface. There, it's kind of smoothed out. Isn't that pretty? Okay, that's the first way to spin it. And then you have this other way, which, if I can get the camera angle, you put it in between your fingers and you kind of roll it and spin it that way. Let's see if I can get it here. Wow. First try. I should get something for that. And be the same thing here. So yeah, either way. But here's what I'm going to tell you about the spinning upside down. Because you have to drop it, if you do that with a normal base, like the K9 base that I sell, you will destroy this base. It cannot handle impact like that. And so what I would recommend, a couple different things. You could use a cosmetic mirror, a cheap cosmetic mirror. Those are softer. The glass and stuff it's more like a plastic. And if you put that on carpeting, and that way if you totally whiff, you're not going to destroy your top. But if you do hit it, the cosmetic mirror will handle the abuse. I mean, you'll scratch it, you'll ruin it, but they're like $4 or $5, and so it's not really that big of a deal. But I would highly recommend not spinning it on any type of, oh, that's that horrible spin, on any type of, good glass. That spin was horrible, and you can see there's a lot of clearance to this top. Partly because of its donut shape, the corner is relieved, and so it really can tip a lot. And what I was able to do was bring the center of gravity down because of that. And so yeah, it's pretty interesting. That will stabilize. It will take some time. But it won't catch an edge or anything like that. And so yeah, it's a pretty easy top to spin. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. But anyways, so just to recap, $75 a piece for your standard materials, $90 for your flame. The flame will be limited, so if you want one of those, you're going to want to be on there pretty quick, because I think those will sell out the fastest for sure. Obviously, and then the standards, there's no limit to them, but the sale ends on Monday. And once we close that, we'll never open it again. This is your only chance to get the Torus. So if you like this thing, make sure you jump on it. We'll do our best to get these things out to you before Christmas. So there's a little closer look. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for spending your morning with me, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.